Rialto Housing Authority. And I would ask that we will hold a roll call. And after the roll call, I will acknowledge that there will be some presentations that will not be presented, but just acknowledged. And then we will take the item that we need to do to request and certify the election. So with that, Madam City Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Robinson,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Andy Caracellis,
Present.
Councilmember Raphael,
Present.
Councilmember Ed Scott,
Present.
Councilmember Baca,
Present.
City Treasurer Ed Correa,
Present.
City Attorney Eric Vell,
Present.
and Interim City Manager Mike Milhouse.
Present.
Okay, all right, thank you. Yes, on the agenda, later on, there's some acknowledgements of people that we normally would acknowledge either in memoriam or in recognition. So I just wanted to make everyone aware that we are going to be acknowledging in memoriam Ms. Hazel Strickland, who passed away. She was a resident of our community for a long time. She passed away at 102, and we will be having a celebration of her life on December 20th. So I wanted that to be acknowledged in the record. And then I also wanted to acknowledge that besides being in the military, we have also issued a certificate of appreciation to Reverend Ricky Dingle. He is in the audience, and it's an appreciation of his dedicated service to the United States military and his unwavering commitment in the community of Rialto, California, with Greater Faith Grace Bible Church. His leadership, faith, and courage has inspired many and made profound impact on the lives of those you serve. So that will go to Mr. Reverend Dingle. And then a certificate of recognition to Dr. Jeffrey Craswell, who is the Rialto Animal Hospital, for his exemplary service and dedication to the health and well-being of our animals, including our Rialto K9. He's been with us since 1981. Just so in case you don't know, Rialto Animals started in 1959 in this community. We want to acknowledge his compassionate care, professionalism, and commitment to providing the highest standard of veterinarian service has made a significant impact on the community and the lives of many pets in the city of Rialto. And it's signed by all of us, but I wanted to make sure we give that because Dr. Creswell will also be retiring from being full-time, taking appointments at the end of December. So with that, that's it. Now I would ask that we have an action, and that action is to request City Council to adopt resolution number 8308, declaring November 5th, 2024 general election results. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
It has been moved by Councilmember Trujillo and seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Andy Caracellis. Madam City Clerk, may I ask for a roll call vote?
Councilmember Trujillo,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem
Aye.
Councilmember Baca,
Aye.
Councilmember Scott,
Aye.
Mayor Robinson.
Aye. Okay, so that concludes it, and now we will move to the swearing in of elected officials, and I will move that matter over to our city clerk to oversee the swearing in ceremony.
For Mayor-elect Joe Baca, we're going to have Supervisor Joe Baca Jr. swear his daddy in.
Well, good evening. I'm Supervisor Joe Baca Jr. representing the 5th District. Madam City Clerk, Honorable Council City, it's a pleasure and honor to be here. Just want to congratulate Madam City Clerk for your election, congratulate Mr. Carrillo for his election, Mayor Pro Tem. You know, congratulations on re-election. Just want to thank Councilman Trujillo and Madam Mayor Robertson for their years of service. I know that they've worked diligently to work hard for our city and represent our city well. And we commend them for the great work and service that they did for the city of Rialto. And today gives me great pleasure to swear in my father. And I'm very, very proud of my father and his accomplishments as a longtime elected official in this community. And I know that he's going to do a good job. I know many people are excited about him being mayor and I may show a little bias, obviously he's my father, but I really believe that I've learned so much from him. I've learned the value of hard work, commitment, family, and he's going to bring those values here to the city of Rialto. And without further ado, I'm going to swear in the man of the hour, the next mayor for the city of Rialto. Do I say dad or Mayor Pro Tem? What or mayor? All right. All right, raise your right hand, please. I state your name.
I, Joe Baca,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the Constitution
to the Constitution
of the State of California.
of the State of California.
I take this obligation freely
I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
and I will well
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties that I'm about to enter.
Congratulations to the next mayor of City of Rialto, Joe Baca. Congratulations. Love you guys.
We have the next step, but can I just step forward?
Do I sign here?
We're right. Which line? Okay, first of all, I want to thank the residents of the city of Rialto for their vote for all of the candidates that ran for public office. And I want to congratulate those that won right now too as well. But before I do, I also want to acknowledge my wife that is here, and that's Barbara Baca. Of course, you already saw my son, Joe Baca Jr., Supervisor Joe Baca Jr. I also have my other son that's here, Jeremy Baca, that's in the back here. Then I have my two daughters that are here, Natalie Baca that's here. And then I have Jennifer Baca that's here. Then I have my granddaughter that's here, Sally Ramos that's here. Then I have my nephew, Anthony Baca, that's here too as well. Again, I look forward to working with each and every one of the members that are on the city council as we begin to look at the city of Rialto and how we move the city of Rialto forward. It's going to take a team effort, all of us working jointly together and doing what's best for the community and what's best for the city of Rialto, and I look forward to serving as your mayor for the next 4 years. God bless each and every one of you, and let's have faith, and have faith be in our blood and in everything that we do, because God will guide us through each and every one of the steps that we take. God bless all of you.
Next, we have Ms. Carla Perez. Ms. Carla Perez. You can, I'm gonna put the names up. The oath of confirming an allegiance for the public office and the employee. The State of California, County of San Bernardino, the City of Rialto. The execution of this oath is required by Article XX, Section 3 of the Constitution of the United States of California. Repeat your full name.
Carla Perez,
Do solemnly confirm that I will support
do solemnly confirm that I will support
and defend the Constitution
and defend the Constitution
of the State of California
of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies,
and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance
that I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance
to the Constitution of the State of California
to the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the United States,
that I take the obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservations,
without any mental reservations,
purpose of evasion,
purpose of evasion,
that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter,
about which I'm about to enter,
which is the city council member for the city of Rialto.
which is,
Congratulations.
thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the residents for their vote. I'm excited to be back here serving you as a council member. I also want to thank all of the staff and a special thank you to my family, my husband, Danny, my children. My oldest, unfortunately, isn't here. She's working the ER, and then my daughter Mariah and my son Aaron, who are here with me today. And my biggest support. They were working, hard with me through this campaign season. I had great opponents. It was a good run, but I'm excited to be back. Thank you all.
Next, we have to the podium, which is now listed as our Mayor Pro Tem, Andy Carricelos, will be sworn in by elected County Assessor Josie Gonzalez.
Are you ready?
Yes, absolutely, and thank you for giving us the honor to swear me in.
It's a pleasure. At this time, I will ask, as you raise your right hand and open your heart as God sees us, as we work for the people that we serve, I ask you, do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
Yes, I do.
and the Constitution of the State of California
Yes, I do.
against all enemies, foreign and domestic?
Yes, I do.
Do you bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
Absolutely.
and the Constitution of the great state of California,
Yes.
and that you will take this obligation freely
Yes.
without any mental reservation, and mind you, I hesitate in that, any mental reservation
Absolutely
or
not.
purpose of evasion,
Yes, I do.
and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which you are about to enter.
I do.
It is my pleasure and my honor to swear you into office, and it is with God's grace that we serve the people who look upon the selected body.
Thank
It's my privilege. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you guys for being here. It's an honor and a privilege to be up here for the third time. This is my third election. I am so honored and I feel so grateful to be up here. I want to thank, first and foremost, my family. My wife, Alicia Carrizales, that's somewhere, okay. My wife, Alicia, my daughter, Paris, my daughter, Elise, my daughter, Audrey, and my son, Andrew, who's back there. And they're my life. This campaign was a lot of hard work, and I'm glad that they were here throughout the entire campaign. I also want to take a moment to thank my parents for not only helping in the campaign, but also for being there for me. So a big round of applause for Reyes Carrizales, Esperanza Carrizales, and one of my biggest helpers, Cindy Carrizales. Cindy, would you join us, please? Can you join me over here, Cindy? Paris, can you bring Cindy over here? Cindy was one of my campaign helpers, and not only was she excited and angry when I didn't bring her things to stuff, whether it was envelopes or something, but I want to acknowledge her because she was one of my biggest helpers on the campaign, right, Cindy? Do you want to say something, Cindy? ¿Quieres decir algo?
Sí.
A ver, ¿qué quieres decir?
Gracias a Dios que venido a tres. My little brother, this guy,
So, for those that don't speak Spanish, she said, "Thank God for my little brother." So anyway, thank you, Cindy. And I just want to take a moment to thank everyone. You can go sit down. She'll stay here. And I want to take a moment to thank all of our staff, to thank my colleagues, to congratulate our new mayor, congratulate our existing council member, Ed Scott, for all his hard work and his dedication to this community for so many years. He's been a mentor to a lot of us, and he's really has his heart in the right place when it comes to the residents here in the city of Rialto. I also want to take a moment to congratulate and welcome back our new councilwoman, Carla Perez, and all the family that's here, the Perez family. I want to also acknowledge my brother, Christian Carrizales, that's here. Christian Carrizales, I want to acknowledge the Russell Reese and family that are here. I want to acknowledge Mr. Frank Montes is here, all the Baca family that's here. Everyone, thank you guys for being here. We will continue to work hard for this city. We have newly elected people, but I think what doesn't change is our vision and what we want for this community. We all have the right ideas. It's just maybe some of us have them, you know, it may be color blue or color red, but we're always pointing in the same direction, and we're always thinking about the community first, and that's how we'll continue to make Rialto a better place to live, grow, and thrive. And thank you for being here tonight. I think we have just one more swearing in, which is the city clerk.
No, we have two.
Oh, and the city treasurer, sorry. Yes, okay, so take over. Okay.
So next we have the city treasurer, which will be sworn in by the deputy city clerk, Maria Rodriguez.
I'm being sworn in by my daughter, the deputy city clerk, Maria Rodriguez. Where am I going?
Sí,
Here.
speaking to the mic.
I can speak into the mic and hold on to the podium here so I don't fall down.
Sí,
me to say I, state your
I,
name.
Edward Carrillo,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support
that I will support
and defend the Constitution
and defend the
of
Constitution
the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the Constitution
to the Constitution
of the United States and the Constitution of the State of
and
California,
the Constitution of the State of California,
that I will take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon the duties I'm about to enter.
Okay, yes, you do.
I do. I
Okay,
do.
You do. You do.
Feels like I'm getting married. Thank you. All right.
Okay. And we'll have you sign.
Did I sign away, or you'll sign, I'll sign that later or now?
I'll sign later.
Yes, I'll sign that later. Thank you to all the residents of Rialto for your vote and my reelection. I will continue to do what I do best as a city treasurer and protect our money, the people's money, and work with the council and our new mayor. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here this evening.
The last swearing-in, which would be myself, and I'm going to ask Mayor Warren, Josie, and Jessica to do my swearing-in. A couple of my good friends will host this for me. Thank you.
First of all, I'd just like to thank City Clerk Barbara McGee for giving me and my friends here this honor. We're regional, and Barbara is part of our gang. Get over here, Barbara. Where are you at?
She's right here.
Okay, there she goes. We work together on projects for not only just our respective cities and the county, but we always try to work with each other and really support each other. And so this is a real honor to be able to swear someone in that has just made such a phenomenal impact, not only in the city where she serves, but our region. And I always tease her. I said, if I ever can get as many votes as you get, I will run for president. And I mean that. But she does a remarkable job. And this is still our sister city. Fontana, we always look to the east, we look to the west. I stand on Foothill Boulevard and I stand proud because everybody's doing an incredible job. So we're here for everyone if they need us. So with that, I'd like to provide this oath to you, City Clerk Barbara McGee. If you will raise your right hand and repeat after me. And when I say I, say your name. I
Barbara A. McGee,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the Constitution
and allegiance to the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of California,
of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservations
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
that I will well
and faithfully
and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am
on which I am
about to enter.
about to enter.
Congratulations, City Clerk of Rialto. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, invited guests. Briefly, I will say that we are all one community. As you know, that I recently ran and with God's grace was successful to be San Bernardino County Assessor Recorder Clerk elect. And I will tell you that each one of the 24 cities are very special to me. And I look forward to working with our new mayor, that we may together be able, along with your newly elected council members and re-elected council members, that we together may continue to build a strong San Bernardino County. I believe that with the leadership of the longtime city clerk, Barbara McGee, that institutional knowledge that she has is the binding that will keep all of us in the city of Rialto working and looking ahead. I'm very proud of each and every one of you, and once again, congratulations to you all.
Hi, my name is Jessica Torres, and I just want to say that Barbara is an amazing woman, and I aspire to be like her, and I'm truly blessed to be surrounded by such amazing women like Josie and Aquanetta. But Barbara has done some amazing things in the city, like the women's event that I attend every year, and I look forward to attending. And so I just want to say, Barbara, you are truly a role model for all women.
It's always good to have good friends. So when you have great friends, they always say nice things about you. So Mayor Warren, I just want to say thank you. I know you are extremely busy, and I know you came from far to get here on time. And I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're worth it.
Well, thank you. And Josie,
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate you in so many ways. So I just want to say thank you for you to come, your business schedule, to come and do this nice thing for me and to say those nice words. Appreciate it. And Jessica, I appreciate you. You know, I want to be like you. so it's nice. And to the citizens of Rialto, thank you again. I appreciate you and the citizens of Rialto again voting me in. I really, truly appreciate that, to have so many residents that think that I am worth, my staff is standing there shaking their heads, so thank you, staff, that you will continue to vote for me as your city clerk, and to say that I am here to serve you. I just want the community to know that the city clerk's office is a service office, and it's a service for the community. So once again, I just want to say thank you for returning me back to the city clerk's office. And I want to say congratulations to the new elected council, the mayor, Andy, for returning the city treasurer. And glad I have Ed still there with me. So just want to say thank you. And from that, Mayor-elect, well, not Mayor-elect now, Mayor Barker, we can go into a closed session.
Okay, before we go into a closed session and recess and then come back and take on the regular agenda, I'd like to have the city attorney explain his duties and responsibilities before we go in. So this way, not only the new council members know exactly his duties and his responsibilities, but also the residents and people that are watching too as well. So I turn it over to our city attorney. Eric, could you please explain before we go into closed session?
I'd be happy to do that, Mayor. As the contracted city attorney, I represent the city council and provide legal advice to the city council, and through them, as designated to any of the department heads, the city manager, the treasurer, the city clerk, as is appropriate. my obligation is not, and I know this is disturbing sometimes, it's not to the residents or the members of the community. You're the official representatives of them. My obligation is to the council as a whole, not to any individual member, but to the council as a whole, and is to provide the legal advice that I see as best serves your interest. I don't make decisions of policy. I only provide legal advice.
So at this time, we'll entertain a motion to recess and go into closed session.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilmember Ed Scott. Do I have a second? Seconded by Councilmember Perez. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 And Mayor, I'll add, we just have one item for this session. It's a claim or threat of litigation from Rialto Springs LLC.
Okay, thank you. At this time, we'll adjourn for recess and then reconvene with the meeting, and we'll continue with our Pledge of Allegiance, and the rest of the agenda as well. Thank you. this time, we will reconvene the meeting. Will the city attorney report closed session?
I'll be happy to, Mayor. We had one item on our early closed session that is stated in the agenda. Council had a briefing from legal counsel. There was no other reportable action on that item. Thank you.
This time we'll proceed with the agenda, starting with the Pledge of Allegiance that will be led by... We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance that will be led by our City Treasurer, Edward Carrillo. Will everybody stand, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me on our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time we'll remain standing for the invocation. The invocation will be led by Pastor Harry Bratton of the Greater Faith Grace Bible.
Let us pray. Father, our Heavenly Father, in your sovereignty and grace, you bringing forth a newly elected and continuing leadership team for the City of Rialto. Tonight, Father, I pray that there be unity, there be strength, Father. And Lord, give them wisdom and strategy how to go forward these coming years to address all the various needs of this community. I pray, God, that as they go forward, there be transparency, openness, oh God, and I pray that resources to the city be used wisely and effectively to meet all the demands that the city will have. I pray, God, that you would give them good leadership skills and times to exercise what a great leaders they are, and that you would help them communicate the visions and goals effectively and efficiently to all the people in the city of Rialto. And I pray, God, they would lead with integrity and respect, that the citizens of this city could see the job they're doing and get behind them and stand with them, Father, going forth. Again, Lord, put your hand upon them, help them to accomplish all the goals and visions that they have set forth for the city in the coming years. This I pray in the powerful name of Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Pastor. At this time, we'll move into presentations and proclamations, but I believe that was done earlier, with the exception of two of them. I know that we had a recognition for the mayor, but she's not here.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
I would
Councilmember
also-
Scott?
There's also a recognition for Councilmember Trujillo to be presented by myself and Fire Chief Park, if that's permissible.
Okay, in the future, I hope that we can have the recommendations ahead of time, so this way the city clerk can print those out too as well. But if no objections from anyone here.
I don't know why it wasn't placed on the agenda. The request was put through City Hall for it. For some reason, it was left off the agenda.
Is there any objection? Seeing none, we'll go ahead. Okay. Councilmember Ed Scott.
If I could call former Councilmember Rafael Trujillo to the podium. There he is. It's my honor to tonight present this certificate of recognition to Councilmember Rafael Trujillo in recognition of your outstanding leadership, dedication, and service to the citizens of Rialto. The Rialto City Council and community express our deepest gratitude, your unwavering commitment to enhancing the quality of life for all fostering progress and promoting unity within our city has made a lasting impact. Your exemplary vision and leadership have set the standard for excellence, and you continue to inspire those around you with your work and devotion to Rialto. We extend our sincere appreciation for your hard work and tireless contributions, and it's signed by Mayor Joe Baca and the other members of the Rialto City Council.
Yeah, just on behalf of the Rialto Public Safety Team, Chief Kling and myself, and all the members of our departments, you've always, for the past almost decade, your vision, your support, and your leadership have really guided the way for us. Showing up on incidents, showing up in big fires, offering support, whether it's logistical resources or just personal support, you've always been there for us. You've always been part of our team, and we just wanted to make sure that you remember us and you're part of ours. So just want to say thank you so much. Thank you.
You gotta put the helmet on, Rafi. Let's see if it fits you.
Just really brief, I just wanted to say thank you. It was a pleasure working with all of you. I want to thank the staff, including the interns, over the years that I've come across to and be able to work with, as well as the staff at Omnitrans and the League of Cities. It was a pleasure working with everyone, and I look forward to continuing to do my work in other capacities. Thank you.
At this time, we'll look at another presentation by an update on the police station by Chief Mark Kling.
Hello, Mayor. Mayor Pro Tem. I'm just going to have Gabe queue up something for you. You know, for Councilmember Perez, usually about every month, no more than 2 months, I give an update on the new police station. So that's what you're going to see today. So it's going to be about a 3-minute video, then I'll kind of walk you through the next 3 weeks. And Gabe's going to key that up for us right now.
Okay, thank you, Chief.
Thank you. So Mayor and Council, as I have said in the past, we're forever grateful for, obviously your direction on this, but also for just the support in putting this building together along with the community. And the next 3 weeks ahead, what we're going to look at is the interior. There's a section of flooring basically that had to remain open. So their staircasing is going to be, has actually been poured, I believe. And then they'll start with the interior second floor. And then eventually, hopefully within the next, say mid-January, towards the end of January, they'll actually start seeing maybe a roof on this thing. And we're well on our way. And we appreciate that. So I look forward to coming up here in the next month, give you the next update. And if you have any questions, if not, thank you again.
Yes, for comments, I believe that, no. Oh, okay, you had your mic on. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Chief. The next item on the agenda is oral communications. Clerk, do we have any?
Yes, we have two. First person we'll call Erlinda Patterson.
Good evening, good evening. Congratulations to all of the new people, our new leadership. Congratulations, Congressman, for being our mayor now. I thank the past leadership that we had. They were wonderful people as well, and we expect that everybody here today will be just as great.
Excuse
Thank
me just
you.
a second. Can you please mention your name too as well?
Oh, forgive me. My name is Erlinda Patterson. Thank you. And I work with Rialto Network. I've lived here about 35 years, and I truly love our city. I'm here because I want to, Mr. Mayor, you were a veteran, and I'm here with a wonderful veteran. Our mayor, our previous mayor, thank you, actually made a certificate of appreciation to Reverend Ricky Dingle. And he's standing right here, and I'm really proud of Reverend Ricky Dingle for all he has done in all the countries he has traveled in, not only to save and take care of us here in the United States, but also as a chaplain. Speaking in the jungles in tents. There's so many stories that he shared with us about what he's done. So actually, Mr. Mayor, if I may, I'd like to have him say a couple of words. Go ahead.
To Sister Linda, to my pastor, Pastor Harry Bratton is here today, Mayor Deborah Robinson, Mayor Joe Bacher, and the Rialto City Council. I just want to say it's a blessing to receive this certificate. And I received this certificate on behalf of all veterans who were in the military, protecting their country and making the world a better place to live in. Amen.
Thank you very much, and we thank you for your service, and we thank each and every one of the veterans who have served our country, not only in the past, but are currently serving us right now. And I believe that any time that we see a veteran, we should say thank you for your service to our country.
And if I may add, there's a flag flying in the wind right now on Bonnie View and Riverside Avenue with Reverend Ricky Dingle's picture. So thank you very much. Blessings to all. God bless you.
Thank you, Erlinda.
Next we have Anna Gonzalez.
All right, good evening. What a night of celebration. Ana Gonzalez, a longtime Rialto resident, and I'm just here to formally thank our Mayor Deborah Robertson and Councilman Trujillo for their service and for taking their time and moving Rialto forward all the years that they served this community. But most especially today, I want to congratulate Congressman Mayor Baca and new council members Andy Carrizales, Carla Perez, welcome again. And also Ed Carrillo and Barbara McGee for your reelection. Congratulations to you both also. Thank you all for your hard work and service to this community. I look forward to working with all of you. Also want to thank Chief Clean. What an exciting video that he showed us for the new police station. We're really excited to have that. It's so long overdue. And so shout out to the staff too to help put all that together. I want to make sure that, you know, we're also thanking the hardworking staff of this community and the city. And again, congratulations, and I know together we will move Rialto forward.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, are there any other oral
No,
communications?
everything else is for a tab.
Seeing that there's none, we'll move on to the agenda, which is the consent calendar.
At this time, you. Oh.
Oh, okay. Then you could vote. Okay, are there any items that anyone from the council would like to remove under the consent calendar?
Move approval of the consent calendar.
Second.
Motion's been made and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes. Consent calendar is approved.
Okay, Mayor, just for the record, the motion was made by Councilmember Scott and second by
Mayor Pro Tem.
Okay, thank you.
Next item is since we've gone through, is tab one?
Tab one.
Tab one. Tab one.
And Mayor, I'll announce that item. Tab 1 is a City Council to consider its previous action on the appeal of the Planning Commission's decision to approve tentative parcel map number 2023-0001, conditional development permit number 2023-0011, precise plan of development, or precise plan of design number 23-0018, and an addendum to the environmental impact report for the Rialto Airport Specific Plan, Environmental Assessment Review Number 2023-0022. Recommendation is to continue that item over to the first meeting in January, which I believe is January 14th. That would require a motion of the council to do that.
Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Ed Scott,
Second.
seconded by Councilmember Perez. All those in favor signify by saying aye, or do we need a recorded vote?
On each of the tab items, we would like a voice vote.
Okay. The motion passes then. The next item on the agenda is tab 2.
I think this is my item also. Council, with the recent election, we have an empty council seat. The state law requires the city council to take action to fill that position either by appointment or by special election. The council has 60 days from today to decide if it wants to appoint and does appoint to accomplish that within the 60-day period, or whether it's going to hold a special election for that purpose. And so the item tonight is for you to discuss appointment versus special election for this position, and for if you decide to appoint, any process that the council wants to do to make that appointment. And I should add, the appointment is, of course, from the position that was vacated by Councilmember Trujillo, and it is the remainder of his term, which is slightly less than 2 years. Thank you.
Councilman Baca, not Trujillo.
I'm sorry, Councilmember Baca.
Okay. Any discussion?
Is there members of the audience that want
Yes, I have several tabs for that.
Okay. Are there any members that would like to speak on it? Do we have?
Yes, you'd like for me to call them?
Yes, could you call the first member on the list?
For tab.
Tab 2,
Okay, you had someone to. Want to
regarding the vacancy.
Okay, I would call, but you had someone to want to speak on tab 1 as well, so. Sorry, I was out, but I'll call tab 2. Linda Chapman. I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry. That's who I'm calling. Yes. Yes. Charlemagne Chapman Moorhead, sorry.
Good evening, Mayor Baca, councilman members, and other distinguished leaders. This evening, I'm here to advocate for the voters of our great city of Rialto. As a Rialto resident since 1973 and a registered voter, I feel democracy and fairness must be practiced beyond Election Day. To achieve this goal, the community has proposed an ordinance to protect voting rights and establish a clear and concise mandate for filling vacant council seats. A proposed ordinance that will eliminate any appearance of cronyism. The proposed mandate is the next highest vote getter ordinance, establishing the candidate in any council election with the third highest number of votes as the appointee, should a third seat become vacant. Considering the manner in which the council has selected past appointees, such as in the 2020 election year, when businessman Stacey Augustine received the third highest number of votes with 7,450, and the council passed on Mr. Augustine to appoint a 2018 candidate that received a significantly less number of votes. By adopting the proposed next highest vote getter ordinance, the council will be aligned with the voters in establishing a fully transparent, fair, democratic process while eliminating the need for costly special elections, which the community does not want. The community is aware that California law allows 60 days for appointments to be made, 60 days from the date that elections are certified. The community respectfully requests that the council refrain from making an appointment in this year's seat that's vacant until 2025, when the community is fully engaged and can be wholly informed of your deliberations. Thank you.
Madam Clerk, can you call the next?
The next person we have is Victoria Holman.
Hello, good evening. Congratulations, Mr. Baca. Thank you. I'm here, I actually wanted to talk about tab 1, but I guess that's sidebarred. But I was just urging you to prioritize the well-being of the community on the past vote that you had at the last city council meeting regarding the warehouse off of Locust. It's essential that your decision reflects the needs and interests of the residents you represent. Your commitment to transparency, fairness, and responsiveness is what strengthens our trust in local government. Additionally, this is regarding tab 2. I would like to address the process of filling the vacant spot on the city council. In the spirit of fairness and democracy, I encourage that the council either adopts the runner-up from the last election, as they have already earned a significant amount of public support, or wait until next year when more of the residents are aware of the appointment of the vacant city council spot. And then lastly, I guess I should have done this in public comments. I'm concerned about the apparent delay in filling open positions on the Planning, Transportation, and Utilities Commission. Despite having qualified applicants who have stepped forward, these commissions are critical to shaping the future of our city, and leaving these positions vacant undermines the council's ability to act effectively on key issues. I urge you to expedite the process and appoint the individuals who have expressed interest in serving our community. I was like, one of them's my husband. Joshua Holman. Thank you for your time and dedication of serving this community. I trust that your decision will reflect on the best interests of the people that you represent. Thank you. Have a good night.
Next person we have is Steve. Yeah, he didn't put a last name, just Steve.
Is there a Steve in the audience? There's probably quite a few Steves, but
I don't know, just Steve.
can somebody check if there's a Steve outside that would like to come and address the council under oral communications or under tab 2?
While we're looking for Steve, we can go with Ulysses Nora.
Hi, good evening, council. Congratulations on your elections and re-elections. I'm here to oppose the appointment of Mr. Rafael Trujillo back to the city council. Mr. Trujillo stepped down from his seat to run for a mayorship, a race which he lost. Mr. Trujillo was not a candidate for city council, and it does not make sense to appoint him to back to the council. Further, I am here to advocate for a new ordinance to appoint the next highest vote earner from those who actually ran in this race. The proposal of this appointment comes off as shady because it lacks transparency and it is incredibly undemocratic. This appointment is further rubbing salt in a wound for a community that has already experienced this situation in 2020 when the city passed over two higher vote earners for Councilmember Perez. We remember, please do not repeat the same shady behavior. Pass the ordinance and appoint the next highest vote earner for the vacated seats. Thanks.
Thank you.
Next person we have to speak is Josh Holtman.
Good evening. My name is Joshua Holman, Vice Chairman of the Transportation Commission. Congratulations, Mr. Mayor, and everybody that's been reelected into your new positions. I'm here to support the resolution to go with the next highest voted candidate for vacant city council seat. I think that's the fairest way to move forward, so I just wanted to express my support for that.
Thank you very much, Josh.
Next person we have is Frank Montez.
Congratulations, Congressman and Ms. Perez and Mayor Pro Tem Carrizales on your reelection, and Mr. Carrillo and Ms. McGee. Frank Montes, small business advocate, member of the community here in the Inland Empire for 40 years. My sons grew up here in Rialto. My father, mother, sister, brother, nieces, nephews still live here in Rialto. My first two homes are here in Rialto. So I want to talk about the election and the empty vacated seat. I think the voters have already spoken on the third seat. You know, you have a little over 7,000 voters. If that seat would have been available when the election was going on, Ms. Gonzalez would be sitting there already. There's no need to go back. There's no need for another appointment. The voters spoke. You cannot dismiss those voters. When everyone knocks on those doors, you tell those residents it is important for you to vote. Have your voices heard. You know how many folks were tired of the elections when we were supporting candidates? They didn't want to vote. They said it's BS. Our voices don't matter. But yet, here in Rialto, they voted. Do not send a message that they do not matter, because they do. Every single one of you, I can assure you, when you knocked on those doors, you told them, have your voices heard. Have your voices heard. There's so many young people that this is their first time voting. They're going to be so disillusioned when our electeds, when our representatives do not represent us. The voters have spoken. Let's just get on with it. Do the right thing, plain and simple. There's differences in the community. There's differences in families. There shouldn't be an issue to have a colleague sitting next to you that has opposing views. That's our community. That's our community. We don't agree on everything. We shouldn't agree on everything. So, you know, just listen to the voters, plain and simple. That's who you represent. That's your bosses. That's cut and dry, just like that. Thank you. And Ms. Perez, do not allow your first vote, or any of you, to be against over 7,000 residents. People won't forget. People won't forget. These days with the politics and everything, please let them know their voices matter. Thank you.
The next person we have is Kathleen Valencia. Kathleen, she left. Kathleen, she left. Yesenia Ramos.
Hi, welcome. Congratulations to everybody. Well, I know I was talking about the warehouse, but this is going to go fast. I want to say thank you, Mayor Baca, Annie, Carla. Welcome to the thing. I guess you're back again. I don't know about this mayor thing, but okay. I want to say one thing. If you're going to vote how he just said, vote the voting thing, okay? First of all, I know half of you, some people, I went through my stuff, and some people, if you're going to go through that, try to get their heel back, I should not let them go through, because I know some of you, don't want to say names, but you guys know, got money from people from the warehouses to get help you guys with your voting election things, and one of them was Trujillo. He got so much money, and I have proof here on my phone, and I got on the paperwork and everything, and I know some of you guys know got money from the people too to help you guys with your elections, but think about it, you know, we are here, we live here, and I just want to say one thing, go how it had to go through, okay? Stop with this nonsense, and just the next person had to be who had to be, and it's, you know who it is. He said it. I'm not gonna say it because I'm tired of this already, but whoever took the money, I hope it, you know, it fit you good and had it fun in there, okay? Because I see you guys are sitting there and enjoy it, okay? And the only thing I want to say, thank you very much, enjoy, and have fun. Thank you.
We have Claudia. Is Claudia here? Claudia.
Okay, if I translate for my mother, she speaks
We have a translator.
Hola, muy buenas noches. Mi nombre es Claudia Cuevas.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Claudia Cuevas.
Y muchas felicidades a todos los miembros que se encuentran hoy sentados aquí presente enfrente de nosotros.
And congratulations to everyone who was elected today or elected for this city council.
Hoy este día yo pienso que deberíamos estar celebrando ese asiento.
Today I feel we should be celebrating that seat.
Y sabemos de quién es ese asiento.
And we know whose seat that is.
Porque la comunidad de Rialto votó.
Because the community of Rialto voted.
Y lo sé porque yo caminé.
And I know because I walked those
Yo
streets.
toqué puertas.
I knocked those doors.
Yo hablé con la gente.
I talked to people.
Y a mí me dijeron cómo querían a Ana González.
And to me, they expressed how much they loved Ana Gonzalez.
Y preguntar cuando íbamos caminando y que la miraban.
And that when they questioned and they saw her,
Y le preguntaban, yo voté por ti.
they would say, I voted for you.
Creo en tus ideales,
I believe in your ideals,
en tu lucha,
in your fight,
en que quieres a la ciudad de Rialto.
and that your love for this city of Rialto.
Así como ustedes caminaron y las personas se les arrimaban a ustedes,
The same way you walked your streets and talked to people,
yo pienso que no puede haber mayor poder que la comunidad.
I don't believe there is a higher power than that of community.
Y se me hace imposible de creer
And I find it impossible to believe
que 4 personas decidan ese asiento.
that 4 people get to decide that seat.
Cuando 7,200 personas
When over 7,000 people
votaron por quién quiere que esté sentado ahí.
voted for who is to be in that seat.
Entonces yo pienso que más que nada debes estar hablando y pidiendo que la sienten,
And so instead of you all deciding on who should be in that
deberíamos
seat,
estar celebrando el asiento de ella ahí con ustedes.
we should be celebrating who that seat belongs to.
Porque yo pienso que si alguno de ustedes hubiera quedado en el lugar de ella,
Because I believe that if any of you were in this position,
estuvieran en esta misma posición.
you will also be up here.
Que el pueblo de Rialto votó
Because the
y
people of
decidió
Rialto
a quién
voted,
quieren ver sentado en esa
and they
silla.
decided who should be in that seat.
Entonces, muchísimas gracias y yo pienso que aquí ustedes como miembros de la comunidad
And so thank you very much, and as you all, as people of the community,
tienen que tener la mejor relación entre todos ustedes
I believe you all should have the best relation with each other,
y no pensar que porque una persona la quiere la comunidad y la apoya,
and not believe just because the community loves an individual,
tiene que ser una persona que no puede apoyarlos a los demás.
y'all should be people that do not respect that individual.
Yo pienso que aquí todos somos familia, todos somos Rialto.
I think that we all here are family, and we all here are Rialto.
Entonces, es todo. Muchas gracias.
That is all. Thank you.
Next person we have to speak is Miria Reyes. And that's the last person who has put in, what, Miriam?
It's Myrna. Myrna Reese.
Oh, that's an R-N? Okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
it's okay. Good evening. My name is Myrna Reese. I am a resident from Rialto. Congratulations, Mayor Baca, Mr. Andy Carrizales, and Ms. Perez. Pretty much same thing, echoing the community. Just want to ensure that you guys make the right choice, and echoing everybody else. Like I said, over 7,000 community, we voted for who we wanted to be up there, and we want Ms. Ana Gonzalez to sit there. She is very much qualified to be there. She cares for the community. She's been advocating for the community for many, many years. This is not her first time, obviously, showing how much she cares. And she continues to do so with, at the end of the day, whether she sits there or not, she continues to advocate for the community, for us, for parents, for seniors, for everybody that needs the help. She is there, but we expect her to be sitting there because that's who we voted for. And you guys know the history of some other people that names might come or have been mentioned. And I'm not going to go through that, but you guys know that history. And we want somebody there, like I said, that truly cares for our community, and that would be Ms. Ana Gonzalez. Thank you.
Are there any other individuals
that
willing
complete
to
the,
speak to tab 2?
Yes.
At this point, I'll ask the attorney for a ruling on this, or if we're going into closed session, or are we going to just open for discussion right here?
There's no closed session on this item, Mayor. This is now up for your discussion amongst the council.
At this point, I'll open it up for discussion amongst the council members as to what direction we may seek. Councilmember Ed Scott.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. My preference would be to open it up for interviews, for the council to do interviews like we have done in the past, and make a decision sometime in January.
I'll second the motion.
Is there, a motion's been made and seconded? Is there any discussion?
We can, after the holidays, discuss it. I'm okay with that. That's okay.
Turn your microphone on.
I'm okay if, you guys want to have a discussion and then we can reconvene the first meeting of January, just to not push it any further out.
Okay.
Dismissing all the voters. That's not cool.
Before we do, I know that I have the privilege of speaking to as well. I was hoping that we would be able to appoint the next runner-up for the position, but I know that a motion has been made on the floor right now, and it's been seconded. And but I wish we would have been able to have appointed the runner-up that received 7,209 votes compared to the other individuals that ran too as well. Even more votes than the person that ran for a mayor's position too as well. But it's a privilege of this council, and I will abide the decision of the council, and there's been a motion that's been made on the floor, so any other discussion? If not, then
Yes,
I'll call for a vote.
Mr. Mayor.
Pardon me?
Yeah, I'd like to address your comments. I have not made my decision. Ms. Gonzalez is certainly one of the three individuals that I believe is more than capable. This community in the past has done a number of processes for making appointments to the council. And I can take you all the way back to 1996 when it's happened. We allowed you guys to speak. May I speak now? Thank you. So all I'm saying is to make it a clear, transparent process that we go through interviews, and anybody that wants to apply like we've done in the past, we allow them to do so.
Okay, there's been, if I can, in terms of the audience, a motion has been made. You had, individuals had an opportunity to speak. Your voices were heard. The voices of those that came up and spoke were heard. Well, this is a motion on the floor right now. And I would have loved to have gone that direction, but I don't have I don't have the support of the vote for it, but we're going in reference to a recommendation that has been made right now, and that is to conduct an interview. The only thing that we need to do, and the attorney can tell us how many days that we have to have before and when the interviews will begin to make sure that we're complying with the laws that are in place.
Well, we need to complete the appointment process within 60 days from today's date. The council can have discussions as to whether it wants to hold interviews at a special session, or if you want to do that in January at your regular meeting. You can come back in January and decide that and do it between then and the beginning of February. It really depends on, you have some freedom in terms of how you'd like to schedule this.
I'd say January is fine. I'm
Well-
okay with
well,
January.
I'd like to hear from the motioner that made the motion, if we should have a special session or at the January 14th meeting that we have, because there'll be other items that will be on the agenda at that time, and it would be best just to address the interviews that would be open to the public. It would be open to any individual that would
My
have an
motion
opportunity.
is to hold a special session for interviews before the next meeting, and then to make the decision and the ratification at the next meeting.
Thank you. What we will then do is establish a date, and it would be published, and notification will be going out to the public indicating the special session, that it'll be done if the motion passes. So we have not voted on it yet. So at this time, we'll call for a vote and call for a roll call vote.
Councilmember Scott,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Carisadas,
Aye.
Carla Perez,
Aye.
Mayor Baca.
No.
Nobody's
Motion-
voice matters.
motion passes.
Nobody's voice matters in this, it's just you guys. That's so unfair, disrespectful, disrespectful. No, what you guys need to do is honestly, your voices don't matter, don't go to vote. You guys just.
Mr. Mayor, call for order, please.
It's not right, you guys.
Thank you.
How you slice it, it's not right.
Now we'll move on to tab 3.
Mayor,
And-
tab 3 was an item that you requested be on the agenda that allows council to discuss whether or not to adopt an ordinance to require vacant seats to be filled by special election. And I understand that the clerk has received what looks to be a proposal for an ordinance signed by a number of members in the community. You certainly can review that. I believe that you all have it. You wouldn't be able to adopt that tonight. It would need some changes to go through the process, but you can certainly discuss direction on whether to have an ordinance.
Since I'm the one that asked to put it on the agenda, and it basically states that we should develop an ordinance as to how we go in the future. It's not about what we're going to do in terms of the action that we're going to take now, but looking at an ordinance that may be developed in terms of how we replace an elected official from the city of Rialto in the future as well. And all I'm asking for is that we draft an ordinance, have public hearing on it, and then come back and decide if we want to go in that direction or not. And that's all I'm asking for. So there isn't to replace anybody or anything. And then looking at the recommendations that was submitted by the committee and looking at anyone else that would like to give input in it. Councilmember Scott?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm certainly not opposed to looking at any ordinance that does any such thing. What I would like from the city attorney's office is a report prior to us entertaining an ordinance as to whether other cities in California follow this same procedure, or are they following the current procedure that we follow? And does other counties also follow this procedure, and including the state of California? I don't believe on a national level this procedure is followed, but I'm certainly open to looking at it.
Well, done some research, and one of the other cities that does follow this is Thousand Oaks, that follows this ordinance, I believe. But it's something that we should look at, Member Scott, and I think
I'll wait for the direction from our attorney, and then we can make that decision.
Okay.
Thank you.
Other than that, we'll direct the attorney to draft an ordinance and then bring it back to us, and then we'll establish a public hearing as to when we will address adopting or rejecting that ordinance. Okay, hearing none? Is there any other actions that need to be brought before?
You're gonna take a motion. I need a vote in a motion for.
Okay. Motion made by Councilmember Ed Scott.
Yes.
Second.
Seconded by member.
Make the motion for the city manager or city attorney to bring it back with the report that we've asked for.
Okay.
Seconded by Councilmember Canizales. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Mayor, before we move beyond, I want to make sure I'm clear on the direction. What I just heard was a motion to have my office do a report and submit it back to you. I didn't hear a motion to prepare an ordinance and bring it back to you at this time.
Wasn't that included in it?
I'm certainly okay with you bringing back a proposed ordinance, but I would like to, I'm going to base my vote on what I see on a state level and other city level.
Mayor, could we have a motion to direct me to prepare the ordinance? I'm happy to do so.
Okay.
Just want to make sure.
Do I hear a
council's on
motion
the
from the
board.
council to have the city attorney prepare an ordinance? Motion's been made by Councilwoman Perez. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Scott. All those in favor? Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Signify by saying aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. I believe that brings us
Back to closed session.
back to closed session.
Yes.
So at this time, attorney?
Mayor, we have 3 items on your closed session. One is discussion of an existing item of litigation. The next is a conference with your labor negotiator. And the last item is to discuss the public employee appointment process for future city manager.
Do I hear a motion to go into
So moved.
closed session? Motion's been made by
Second.
Councilman Gonzalez and, well, actually, the motion by Gonzalez, seconded by
Carisalis.
Andy Gonzalez made the
Okay,
motion,
thank you,
and seconded by Perez.
thank you.
All those in favor of going into closed session signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye? Aye. Motion carries. Back after closed session.
Yes, he's gonna give a report for me, please.
Yes, well, we did reconvene out of closed session 2 minutes ago, just came out,
Okay, thank you.
9:05. We had 3 items on the closed session. The first was discussion of one item of existing litigation. You had a briefing from the city attorney. You gave direction, but there's no other reportable action on that item. You had a conference with your labor negotiator. You gave comments and direction to your labor negotiator. No other reportable action on that item. And then finally, you had a conference with the city manager around future public employee appointment for the position of city manager. Gave direction, but there was no other reportable action. And that concludes my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Hearing none. What we'll then do is move on to reports by council members. I'll start with our newest member. Carla, do you want anything to report?
Thank you, Mayor
Ms.
Baca.
Perez?
I have nothing to report at this time. Just want to take a moment to wish everyone a safe and happy holiday season.
Thank you. Councilmember Scott?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to congratulate all of you on your elections, since I'm the only one here that didn't get elected this year. And wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays.
Mayor Pro Tem Gonzalez?
Thank you. Yes, I also want to congratulate all our newly elected and re-elected. And I want to wish the Rialto community a Happy New Year, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And that's all I got today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll save my comments for the end, but I'd like to call on the city attorney. Do you have anything you would like to add?
Thank you, Mayor. Nothing this evening.
Our city treasurer?
I have nothing, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Other than wishing everybody a
Wishing
happy
you a
holiday,
happy-
right,
yes,
of course. Thank you. Our city manager?
I'm a Merry Christmas guy, so Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
I'll include the city clerk. Do you have anything you would like to state?
Oh, well, thank you. No, just wishing everyone Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday. And I don't know if anyone is going to read the reports that we have in front of where you plan on reading those, Chief? It was just a question, because I just want to make sure, since this is our last meeting, and just want to make sure that these was going to be.
Okay. In the absence of the Parks and Recreation Director, Brian Parks will give a report.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem Council. From Cynthia's out of town with family, she wanted me to express her congratulations on the returning and the continued city council members, city clerk, and city treasurer. She did make me wear the sweater. I lost that bet, so thank you, sir. So we have a lot going on with the Parks and Rec. Even though we're closing out the year, they're still ramping up the excitement. Thursday, December 12th, here in council chambers at 2 p.m. we have Tiny Tots Christmas caroling. Those are our 3 to 5 year olds. December 13th, that's a Friday at the community center from 3 to 6. We have Teen Laser Tag. On Saturday the 14th at Frisbee Park from 12:30 to 2:30. We have Pet Pictures with the Grinch. Mobile Rec is moving to Saturdays. Rec and Roll will be at Frisbee Park Saturday, December 14th from 9 to 12. And we're going to have Grinch Who Stole a Senior Social at the Grace Vargas Senior Center on December 12th from 2 till 4. And wrapping up the end of the year, December 18th, we're going to have a farmer's market giveaway. City Clerk's doing her partnership with NSG to do the toy giveaway on the 18th, farmer's market 10 to 2. City offices will be closed for the holidays starting the 24th through the 2nd. We're partnering with Sunrise Church. The fire department's doing their annual Spark of Love toy drive. That starts at 9 a.m. on Saturday, December 21st. And just a reminder, the city website will be moving to the rialtoca.gov domain on January 1st, 2025. You'll see a lot of social media out on that. So if anyone gets confused, just reach out on all the city platforms and you'll see the new address for the rialtoca.gov website. And then moving into January, the annual point in time or point and count will take place on January 23rd. With that, that's all I have unless there's any questions.
Thank you very much, Brian. At this time, I will give my report. First of all, I'd like to thank the Parks Recreation for putting on the Christmas parade that we just held. It was well attended by many of the individuals from the community, and many of the individuals here also participated. I'd like to thank I saw the Mayor Pro Tem participating, and our new council member participating, Ms. Perez, as well. So thank you very much. And our city treasurer was also present, and our clerk was present, and I believe that our acting city manager was there as well. So I want to thank them and the staff for their work in helping put the Christmas parade together. I believe that we presented an opportunity for our community to be involved, and we got to continue to put pride in the city of Rialto. I think it's important that we continue to build the image that we have and look at how we might be inclusive of our whole community on activities that we'll have now and in the future. And then I also like to say, happy birthday to my granddaughter on that day, Jolinda Baca, which is the daughter of Supervisor Joe Baca Jr. It was her birthday on that day, December the 7th. I want to wish her a happy birthday too as well, even though it's a little after, but I want to thank her. And then also I just want to say to all of the residents and individuals that are listening to this, I want to wish you a happy holiday, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Feliz Navidad y prospero nuevo año a todos los que están allá escuchando esta noche. Y ojalá si tienen buen tiempo y que mi tata Dios está con cada uno de ustedes. In other words, I just said in Spanish, I just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and may the Lord be with each and every one of you, and you all have a safe and healthy Christmas and a New Year, and make sure that we obey all the laws. I want to thank our fire department. I want to thank our police department for all of their involvements that they did, not only during the Christmas holiday, but they continue to do to provide for our city as well as we look at the upcoming holidays. Let's hope that we don't get any kind of reports of DUIs in the city of Rialto, and that everybody is safe, and God bless everyone. With that, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Mayor Pro Tem Canizales. Do I hear a second?
Second.
A second's been made. All those in favor, signal by saying aye. Aye. Any opposition? Hearing none, motion carries. Meeting's adjourned.